Good evening, and welcome to We All Gonna Die Wednesday. Thank you for being here. Appreciate y'all stopping by tonight. Hope you got your tinfoil hats all pointed up real good. About to kick this sucker off. Livingston Man, roll that beautiful bean footage.
We all gonna die. We all gonna die. We all gonna die. It's a we all gonna die Wednesday.
Boom. Just like that, we all gonna die Wednesday. Welcome, everybody. Half-ass ready, the Watchman, Wisconsin farm boy, Grit and Grace, the farming florist, Teresa Buchanan, Coffee First and Speak, Howdy Pilgrim, Chance Paladin in the house, Gypsy, good to see you, Teresa Buchanan, Canadian, Chief Dog. What's up, everybody? WTC, good to see you. Thank you so much for the 5x5. Appreciate it. Patty S, good to see you, sister. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods. So, Livingston Man, have you seen the moon, man? I mean, this dude is off the chain. Absolutely off the chain.
This is an authentic relic, Mike. I dug this up in the soy field out back.
That thing is fantastic.
Carbon dated to like
Might
over
actually-
35,000 years old.
There you go. He's literally from outer space. The Virginia Bushcrafter, good to see you. Jules, good to see you from Canada. Check him out, man. How cool is he? Love that guy. Heavy as hell. King Corso, good to see you, brother.
Solid gold. And this is like this
125.
is like space glass. It's like it's
Yeah,
not from
yeah.
this
Well,
planet.
it came through the atmosphere and landed. I hope everybody brought their tinfoil hats tonight because we're gonna jump down the rabbit hole here tonight. We're gonna talk about it's a weird shit Wednesday, Livingston, man. It's weird shit Wednesday.
We should have named it.
Yeah, but you know how YouTube does. You don't even like we all gonna die Wednesday.
Bunch of poo-poos.
Yeah.
They want
We are the
they want to
resistance.
deny
Good to
the
see you.
truth, and they want to suppress any attempt to find it too. They're like, can't have-
Yardbirds, correct. Hide your kids. Hide your wife. The we all gonna die Wednesday is going down. Put them up. Put them away. You know, we don't want anybody. We don't want anybody learning anything that they shouldn't learn. You know. So we're gonna need some classroom participation on this one, guys. We're gonna need some help from you.
Which one's your favorite? All right, where you want
yeah,
to go? All right,
yeah.
because we can go places.
Katrinka, I'm glad you brought your tinfoil. KP Heathen, Gadrell, Lady of Light, good to see you. I see you're just Gadrell now, but you're still the Lady of Light to me. Good to see you.
Well, we can start with the fact that there's things going on that we're supposed to just kind of passively believe are not going on. But we know something's going on. You got orbs flying in the sky. You remember them drones? Everybody was all upset about.
Oh,
and
yeah.
everybody's like, I forgot about that.
yeah.
Then they're like, we got them. UFO phenomena. Or what do they call? What's the new?
UAPs.
That's it. Yeah,
right?
that,
And
that new euphemism. That means we don't know what it is. flying around.
USOs as well. Eric N1RV says, did you do the intros? The commercials made me miss it. Livingston Man, roll that beautiful bean footage.
We all gonna die. We all gonna die.
welcome back again. Sorry if when they play ads over our theme music, I get actually personally offended by that.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I wrote
yeah.
that damn song. What's your problem? They trying to steal my thunder? Oh, no, no, no.
Crocheted Gem says, all right, I got to smoke a cigarette now. Yeah, it'll get you. It hits pretty hard. But no, that's for one of our youngest subscribers, Abby. We see you. We appreciate you. I hope you're doing well down in your new home and everything's good for you guys down there. Where were we?
Well, we're getting deep into it.
rabbit
There's
hole.
all these things
Forget
going
it.
on that you're not supposed to talk about early. They call you crazy
Yeah.
if you think that that's true. You're like, oh, I really think that, dude.
True story. True story.
There's so many of them. I mean, you guys. I mean, what's your favorite? Which one's your little your kink, right? Your conspiracy
Patty
thing gets you
Roach.
rocks off.
What's what is it?
Which one's mine? And I don't think it's a conspiracy, but let's just like if we're gonna dig a hole, let's dig a fucking hole
Do
here.
it. Do it. Safe travels. We are the resistance.
I think that we're
We're from where he's from?
yeah. Well, not quite. I think that we're created in the image of them who were.
Oh, Hat says chemtrails. That's a good one.
I think that the human race, as we think of it, is much, much older than we are kind of taught at this point.
Okay.
That there was indeed like a global cataclysm, and let's call it like a great flood. And actually, I can point to many reasons why this is true.
Yeah.
Where there was advanced civilization, and the only reason that we have no evidence for it is because it's underwater.
Right.
30,000 years ago or so, sea levels were about 300 feet higher than they are now.
Okay.
And this was introduced over a period of maybe about 500 to 1,000 years when the ice caps really broke loose. When big glacial floods happened and flood the ocean, it raised the sea levels.
Right.
The story of Atlantis, I believe, actually is based in a
Fact.
true
Yeah.
thing. Where was it and stuff is this stuff a legend. But I think the basic idea of everything from the Gilgamesh, the flood myths, every culture,
Noah, all of it,
every
yeah.
culture speaks about it.
Absolutely. Even the Native Americans.
Right. Every culture has a thing about it. Every culture shares architectural, especially pyramids, to simplify.
Big time.
No
Big
matter
time.
people who were expected to believe,
Michigan Outpost.
peoples that were expected to believe shouldn't have known each other existed, are
Built the same thing continents apart.
Sure, along the same lines, and we're working with apparently the same guide points and things.
Yeah. Sacred geometry.
There
Shit's
are
wild, bro.
there are examples of huge megalithic stonework where we say, how did they do this?
Yeah.
How do you move that?
Yeah. Well, they did it
Who are
with
these
horses
people?
and all these workers, right?
Right, and then you start to wonder, like, no, but okay, so like the entire generations just spent their time like dragging stones for what?
Yeah. There had to be some. I mean, if you're building something like that,
I think it was easy for them. I think they
Right.
had a knowledge that has been lost, or tools that were either taken away or were not able to be replicated.
destroyed. Very interesting. Very interesting. I find it.
Perhaps we angered our progenitors and they cut us off.
Just left us here.
Well, I can point
Well,
to
everybody says that all this stuff came from the gods, right?
I can point to the Garden of Eden story where we were cast out. Go do your own thing. All cultures kind of point to the same upbringing and beginning.
Grateful Preps. I believe that too. She says that Noah's flood was just the last one. There were probably many before it, and probably will happen again. I believe that.
Conversation may offend the religious community, and I don't mean to.
No. So I believe in my heart of hearts that all religions are still ultimately praying to the same thing. Honestly, if you break it all the way down, I think there is one great creator up there, and we're all talking to the same person. We just speak a different language when we talk to him. That's all.
I think that if I made it
Blackfoot Wolf.
to
Good to see you.
piggyback, we're all talking to the same person, but we're just calling it a different name, right?
Could be. Gadrell says no. I must be wrong. Moonsprout says touching different parts of the elephant. Yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild. There's so much out there, and there's so much that we don't know. You know, we use a very small percentage of our actual brain power, which I find is crazy that we haven't evolved
I said if we're gonna dig a hole, let's dig one. So now we have. That's my take on where and for what it's worth, because at the end of the day, really, what is it all but just speculation? We're just playing pretend here, acting like we know something. But it's what I choose to believe is that, like, yes, like we are exactly what
I think so, Hunter.
What we think we are. I just think that I'm descended. I am the descendant of an alien slave race that was built to mine gold, and that's why humans like it so much. It's not even your fault; it's in your genes. You were bred to mine it for the aliens.
Wait a minute, didn't they? So the theory goes that
they
we
needed
were
it
sent
for their starship, so they made us. They came here.
Well, I thought they were trying to save their atmosphere or something. They needed gold.
I mean, it wasn't there.
They were spraying chemtrails on their own planet.
Probably, maybe some disaster befell their, so-called race, and so they came here searching for heavy metals and precious stuff that, like, because otherwise, why would primitive humans even care? Besides, it's really shiny and cool.
Yeah.
But I believe that that's what we are. I think that.
Moonsprout says all cultures also studied and paid attention to the stars, moon, sun, and planets. Yeah, everything kind of derives from. What ancient civilizations had to look at, man. They didn't have TVs and shit back then. They had the stars. And they were so much brighter back then, too, right? Because you didn't have all this this infiltrated light from the city, all this artificial light that lights up the skies. And so it's... didn't they find geometric building shapes on Mars? Hats, I'm not sure. I can't say definitively. Patty Roach says the Anunnaki. Yeah, that's another rabbit hole, man. Another rabbit hole.
Again, this hole that I have sort of dug myself here. I'm not going to try to fucking apologize my way out of it.
No. This is just spitballing and different things that I've heard over the years and different theories that I've come up with.
Well, and again, here's where I'm going to get in trouble, because when I had this
Chief
conversation,
Dog, that's a good one.
I had this conversation once with a very pious person, a church going,
right.
They don't believe in it.
Oh man, yeah.
And when what I thought I was doing was reaching across the aisle and being like, yes. Like, we believe the same thing except different. But they were like, no, that is not what happened. And I couldn't understand their side as much as they couldn't understand mine. We were equally not just incapable of coming across on it. So that's gonna happen, I think. And I'm not gonna apologize my way out of it. We're digging a hole. And it's my intention here.
We got the shovels out tonight. So I guess we can kind of segue that into the UFO thing and the...
Sure, we have beings descending in smoke and fire.
Okay. So originally they were called UFOs, right?
Sure, unidentified flying objects.
And now they've changed it to UAPs.
Which is unidentified aerial phenomenon.
And USOs.
Unidentified
submerged objects.
Oh, so they got little.
Well, they've been witnessed now coming in and out of the water. So more Navy boats out there, more commercial boats out there. People are seeing things come out of the water, and the speed of them never changes. This was some of the stuff that they released in the UFO files. The federal government. They put that out there. These are recordings from the cockpits of our most advanced fighter aircraft, watching these balls of light at extremely high speeds just disappear under the surface of the ocean, sometimes reappearing 60 plus miles away in a blink of an eye. And it's just technology that we don't have. We're not capable of. At least we don't know that we are at this point. And when our top pilots are baffled by things like this, it raises some eyebrows.
Sure. And when confronted with a significant advance in technology that's inconceivable to your intellect level, it's usually perceived as superhuman or magic.
Yeah.
Okay. If you would go back to
alien technology,
if you went back to 1230 England and presented King Arthur with a hot pocket, can you imagine what would have happened? All right. So this is, and they would have described it in all these biblical terms, because just blew their minds away. Like, imagine you're an ancient person and Elon Musk's ass lands in a SpaceX thing. What are you going to say about that?
Man.
Except like in terms that only you could really understand at the time based on your understanding of the world, everything is so much older. We are so much smarter, and we are from a whole different realm. We're being dumbed down on purpose because there's actually like this bit of superhuman godlike thing like in all of us, because we were made in the image of our creators and carry them with us, whoever and whatever that is.
Well put, Livingston, man. I'll give you that one right there. I think we often need to look inward for the answers to our problems. I am a firm believer that you can will things to happen. If
we can manifest it.
Yeah. Well, basically. I guess
I'll tell you
it's the
what,
same
bad
line.
vibes is the easiest thing to manifest. Don't do that.
Absolutely. Well, they've proven that people have an aura about them, right?
Well, mine burns red, I'm sure of it.
And when you get angry, the aura actually radiates much further out than happiness or things like that. So it kind of radiates across the room. You can see that somebody's pissed off over there. You can feel it.
What if they just got resting bitch? Like, what if I just look like that though?
Well, then you don't.
Like,
feel
I just look
that,
like this.
You don't feel that that hate or that anger radiating off them. You know what I mean? I really think you can feel that in somebody. Honestly, well, I can.
You can usually, especially if you know someone, you can tell when something's off. Like,
absolutely,
what's up, man? You good?
Absolutely.
Like,
Well, that goes back to some of our conversation last night about knowing your people.
What? And if we're gonna, I'm still digging a hole here.
Go ahead.
Get off me. I need the shovel. So this can boil down to your instinctual, like your primal human that's in you, that original person. Fun tip. Sometime in human history, we were like decimated, worse than decimated. Something like only 3,000.
Smoky Blazer, good to see you.
Modern humans. Every time I'm dropping knowledge, you're like,
I'm sorry.
bro.
I'm sorry.
I'll start interrupting myself and see if I can do it. Along our path of human history, we were like reduced to something like 3,000 or so individuals.
Wow.
All of us are descended from them. And what that makes is an extremely tight, like starting the root of the plant, right?
Right.
There are, I think, things that humans have in them that they need to be opened up. That sort of third eye thing makes sense. There's when there's only 3,000 of you, and then everybody else is related to that. There's things that you just know about people, like Mike's saying. You can see their vibe, you can feel their energy, you can do things. It's a connection that you have to. Anymore, because everything has been so diluted and the gene pool's been pissed in so many times, that you now have to awaken it in yourself. But it's there again. That seed, that core function is still within all of us, bro.
Interesting. I think the body is very much an antenna for the things around it. I think we've tainted ourselves with soft drinks and sugars and things like that. And we come less and less in tune with the environment around us. I think some people are more receptive to it than others. Some people just walk around. Eric, thank you so much, brother. You do not have to do that. I really appreciate it.
Some people walk around, they're NPCs, Mike. They're non-player characters.
Yes.
You ever play an open world video game and there's just
Yes.
those people that like just don't matter? That's like everybody you don't know. Okay, you're the main character in your own little video game.
Hunter, I'm gonna segue this into.
I told you the religious folks are gonna get pissed.
Another story too.
You want to
The
hear a
Watchman
fucking
says
story?
the body is a container. Also, absolutely.
The story Mike told was wild. I'm gonna mute my microphone while he regales you with this tale.
So the balls of light, right? A lot of folks have been seeing balls of light in the sky doing strange things, and some people say they're drones, and you can tell when they're drones. They act in drone-ish ways. They fly like drones. They have the flashy lights on them, right? But these other things that we're talking about are things that defy the laws of physics, defy the laws of gravity, the things that have been filmed by our fighter jets, right? They are, you basically best describe them as balls of light, right? There's a gentleman, I believe his name is David Bledsoe. He was recently on some podcasts where he discussed his encounters with these things. And his story goes like way, way down the rabbit hole. They went fishing one night at the banks of a river, and he encountered some balls of light. And he saw what he believed were just strange balls of light in the sky. And this was right around sunset, and he kind of ducked to not know what was going, not have them see him or whatever this ball of light was. And when he turned to run away, he like froze. And then I'm sorry, you're cracking me up. So they had some serious encounters with these balls of light that night. And he had further encounters with different beings, small, glowing, childlike beings with glowing red eyes, right? Interesting. Then he had another encounter with a bull where this thing ran him over and he could see the stars through it. Very interesting. And then he claims to have seen what they call the lady. I don't know. Very interesting story. You guys really need to look it up. This guy was actually recently on the Sean Ryan show. His story was corroborated by multiple witnesses. The guy just disappeared for hours, and they were looking for him and couldn't find him. And then he just mysteriously reappeared by the fireside. Wild, wild story. But, I mean, he's corroborated. He's been investigated by the Vatican. He's been investigated by the CIA, the FBI, the DIA. I mean, every alphabet agency you could imagine, and NASA. And these people come to him and ask him to talk to them because apparently he can still interact with these balls of light. He can just kind of ask them to appear, and they show up. And he's allowed to film them. He's allowed to do all this stuff. This is definitely something that I want to get more into because this story is just freaking wild. The Sean Ryan show had him on recently. Definitely check it out. It is wild, wild. He makes some really bold predictions. He believes that the lady wants him to disclose this to everybody, the lady that he saw. And Easter Sunday, 2026, she told him that there is supposed to be some sort of great awakening of mankind. Some I don't know. I don't know.
It's about time.
Wild thoughts, questions, comments. Smokey Blazer says, glowing red eyes, I'm out of there. For real.
Busting a shot, throwing a brick, doing something, defending myself.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing. Me and my friends had seen E.T., we'd have beat him to death with hammers and solved the mystery right there. All right, I ain't doing that. Phone home.
Yankee watchdog.
I think this is... Listen, you touched on a couple things there. We were talking about this downstairs. The miracle of Fatima. I don't know if you guys ever heard.
The lady that appeared there as well. Yeah.
Or depending on how skeptical you want to be, something appeared to mad people. There was a stink bug on me. It must be a sign from the higher ups.
They're after.
I know that motherfucker didn't spray you. I swear to God.
Never heard it.
He did.
Did he get you? He stunk bugged him.
Damn it.
Grateful Preps, I agree with that wholeheartedly. She says, usually when specific dates are given, it's fake. I will definitely watch the SRS episode. Yeah, but he doesn't claim to know what exactly is going to happen. Lindsay D, is that when the age of Aquarius ends? That could be. That could be. You're right.
Smell it?
Oh, yeah, the stink bug. Here, you want some Red Bull or something, man? Keep it together.
Oh my goodness, you guys are gonna get it.
It's stink bug.
I don't even know what he did.
Good golly. We're gonna lose him. Hold down, man. It's just a little, it smells like roses. Here, put this up to your nose and give it a good sniff. It's Red Bull palate cleanser. I'll shake it up for you. There you go. We got to get him back. Smelling salts.
It's like over there. It's over.
Keep it together. Yeah, he's out of here. He's gonna uke. Stink bug all over his stink bug. Got him. They smell like green goo.
Yeah, until it hits you.
It's okay. I pick them up, crush them with my bare hands. I ain't afraid of no stink bug. Just go wash it off.
I'm crying.
Interesting. All you need to take down Livingston, man, is fart spray. Stink bugs, man. So you need stink bugs.
Okay. I hate those things.
Oh, man.
That's my penance for blaspheming. I got it. Heard.
Oh, good God.
The Lord sent his avenging angel.
Johnny says, what is the age of Aquarius you speak of? Apparently, that's the astrological sign that the Earth is going through at this time, I guess. There's different ages for different zodiac signs.
I can't wait to watch this back.
Oh, yeah. What? With you losing your shit over there?
It's doing well.
That's great.
Christ. One stupid bug.
That one was for the stink bug. R.I.P.
Well, I told you I was digging myself a hole, and boy, did I.
That's it. You know what happened was Strategic ETC walked out of the chat, and now you're dying from stink bug poisoning. Grateful Prep says it goes by the sun's precession. There you go. So I guess the sun is in the age of Aquarius.
All right.
Watchman says just watch out for the Zodiac himself. Prepper Book Club, what's good? Adrian Bragg, good to see you. I don't know, man. There's so many conspiracy theories.
Why would I put my face in a diaper with toothpaste inside? This is this is a phenomenon that dudes do. So like, dudes will like stick their hand in their ass and then be like, "Bro, smell that," and bro will, and be like puke, and then they'll be like, and the third dude will show up unannounced and they'll be like, "Bro, you gotta smell it." He will too. Fucking everybody's just puking their ass out. Fucking yeah.
Oh my God.
That shit just a fucking thing. I hate them bugs.
Stink bug guy.
So conspiracy theory, them bugs was sent here by China.
The stink bugs?
They are. They're Asian. Yeah. They're Asian stink bugs. They they came here in pallets from them cargo ships, bro, stanking up the joint. Now
no, Hunter says no. You put a dab of toothpaste inside the face mask, it'll take away any smell.
Oh, I thought you put the toothpaste in a diaper and then put your face in it. And I was like, well, all right. That's like that ghetto COVID mask.
Lindsay D. That's good. She says we're supposed to be entering the age of Aquarius, which is also known as the age of enlightenment. Fantastic. And there's a lot of back and forth over when these actually start and when they don't, Wild.
Yeah, face diaper, face mask. I can see. I'm pretty sure people were wearing that same getup like during the tribulation there. I'm sorry. I'm fucked
Rural
up.
2, I see. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. He says, I heard a conspiracy theory that HVPS is the absolute greatest channel on YouTube. I wonder if that's true. Well, we're trying. But don't always work out.
It's getting better. All right, I think we've
YouTube hates us.
ventilated the
They
area.
hate us. Air it out. Air it out. Actually, Prepper Book Club, I've seen a lot of people wearing masks lately. The flu is pretty rampant around here right now, and a lot of old folks wearing masks. A lot of people who potentially could be sick or immunocompromised. I don't try to bust anybody's balls because teach their own, man. Live your life. I'll live mine. Call Rogan, get some smelling salts. Patty, I tried with the Red Bull. It didn't work.
Then he sells some kind of like testosterone booster or something, make a real man out of you. Hunter ought to hit that up.
Get it.
125. There's somebody drop a link to that Rogan low T fucking supplement. Only need that shit.
New York redneck, what's good, brother?
I bust balls yet.
So what's we'll have to get back to what's your favorite conspiracy theory. I've done my
Chemical warfare is what it is.
What, with the stink bugs? Yardbird says, all I know is I don't make a move without reading my horoscope. That's right.
Yo,
That's
there's
right.
like
If it's going to be a bad day, just stay the fuck home.
They're
right?
stunningly accurate, but vague enough where you can interpret it yourself and be like,
Oh, yeah.
like for
Absolutely.
real, bro. It's like Miss Cleo, and I can't be too old. Like
Ooh.
y'all remember Miss Cleo, right? Call me for your free reading. Boy.
Oh, yeah,
and you know
boy.
how they did it is they
better.
they accessed your credit history and they found out what you bought, and then they made deductions that you must like be into this kind of thing or other. People are like, oh my god, you know me so well. It's because they were looking. They had your data, bro. Think about that.
So that was Miss Cleo was the original data center.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
like, absolutely.
there's your conspiracy
Probably not
theory
even the
right
original
there. That's
one.
the
just the one that
first
got
time
caught.
you heard that one, that Miss Cleo was the original
Data miners, bro.
data miner.
That's how they would do it. They would act, just need your credit card, man. And then you like give them the credit card and they're like, okay, well, let's see. You made, like, they look at all the purchases that you've made and they make assumptions and
The cards
it's
don't
generally correct.
lie.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a
real,
good
bro.
one, New
You know
York
you
Red.
remember that.
Oh, man. Good Lord. Yeah,
They've
that.
been doing it ever since. It's that easy. I mean, and anybody that's ever seen a targeted ad on social media, then you know that's not even new, man. It's just that people seem to be noticing now because it's being done against your will. You're not making the call and giving them the info.
They're just taking it. Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. They're definitely.
They're like, we heard you
data
talking
mining the
about that
shit
before. You're
out
like,
of
yo,
everybody. Ronnie Braun.
Timu be showing me some weird shit, man. It's like it's a lingerie, but it's like for men, and it's I'm like, why are you showing me? I know why you're showing me this, but like he's unhinged. Let's see what we can sell him.
Miss Cleo, you guys are older than Gene Hackman.
I'm not older than Gene Hackman. Well, at this point, I lived longer, if that's what you mean.
Well,
Made it through.
yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Rest in peace, Gene Hackman, and his wife and dog.
It's time to go.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
You don't get to choose, bro.
No.
Tell you what.
Wow.
Hollywood is also a part of the whole conspiracy thing. They clamped down on it, but it used to be that Hollywood was trying to tell you, man. It was the only way they could actually show you, like they know, because they're all these elites and what have you, and they go to the builder, they go to the Bilderberg group and that, what's
The
that?
Trilateral Commission.
Sure, in that weird place where they do the Burning Man, but it's all satanic. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the one out in Vegas.
And there's the other one. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, Bohemian Grove.
That's it.
Bohemian Grove.
Right, and they go there, but they're only like they're half-assed. They're fair weather fans of the whole shit. They're just like got invited for the face and they got the money, but they're not like, I don't really know what them.
Right.
It's the people you ain't never heard of that are at the real core
table
of this, world elite. You got your faces, but really, have you seen them?
Your talking heads.
Sure, and pick a side and pick a person, but either that person is the most diabolical genius you ever heard of, or the most blithering idiot you ever saw. But you don't get to; they can't be both.
Well, there's
So
no in
which is it?
between either, right?
Right, and so they put the faces out there that talk the talk and walk the walk. They kiss the ring, so to speak. But there's power behind the curtain, bro. I don't know who, but there's a wizard or wizardess, a council of wizardesses of Oz.
Right.
There's definitely some dark shit. How could there not be?
Yeah, they got some secret clubs, man.
Good. Now that it's all just
I
us
tell you
dudes
what,
here.
Alex Jones, dude, you heard about what happened to his boy, right? His reporter.
Did now?
Yeah,
I read.
I saw your rebuttal, and I felt that on many levels. But at the same time, I mean, damn, bro, damn.
Coincidences being what they are, and some people would choose to think that. And of course, in a alleged murder investigation, there are none. But I don't know, a fellow that had loose connections to Alex Jones and his show InfoWars, lived in a seedy part of Austin, Texas, and got wrecked. Now, what I saw was he went out to confront car thieves and shouldn't have, more or less. Ooh. But you could dig in deeper there. We are digging holes, and he had pointed out he claimed he had been marked for
extermination by the Ukrainian government.
So, with that, and he predicted this on Twitter like 2 years ago. So it's a weird, funny thing to have said on his part, I guess.
Hunter and said Alex Jones did it for himself for the publicity.
Well, no, see, Alex Jones said that George Soros did it. And another conspiracy theory that you have to believe, and you must be tripping if you don't, is that George Soros, 97 years old, is out here like the Phantom, bro, who just sneak up and get you. Like, you don't know about George Soros. He's taken on...
He's like...
Palpatine status, bro. Like, he's the emperor. Like, more power. Like, that's Soros, bro. And I won't believe otherwise.
What was the name of the actor from The Gray? You remember that movie, The Gray?
I don't know what
where the
actors
plane crashed and they got to fight off the wolves.
People act.
Oh, yeah. What the heck is his name? Liam Nielsen.
When I'm president, I'm going to fucking
Liam
kill all the
Nielsen.
stink bugs. I bet you he's fucking back. He's probably trying to crawl at me again.
You're just nervous.
Bugging out, man.
The Bohemian Grove. What do they do in Bohemian Grove? That's a really good question, Livingston, man. They all like wear robes and burn fires and shit, right? Yeah, light that cigarette so you can stop. Yeah, come on, blaze that thing up,
Freemasonry, bro.
Devil Dog Prepper in the house. What's good, my brother?
It's a big club and you ain't it.
It's some weird shit. Weird shit. Pizzagate, Gadrell. That's a deep rabbit hole. That bad boy goes like all the way down to the island in the Bahamas that
we can't do
the
this
guy
Pizzagate
came from. I think honestly,
not doing the Pizzagate.
Yeah, that's
been debunked. It's unfounded.
Ooh, Camo Carl says a network of rabbit holes is called a warren. There you go.
It's true.
Liam Neeson. Yep, that's him, Lindsay D. Sorry. Reading one and trying to read another at the same time.
No, we're doing just classic. We're basically yelling Illuminati and secret society, skull and bones and all them.
Well, it's because it's probably true, right?
We have to, as skeptics as we all are, right? We can't just believe this out of hand. We got to think about this. Again, like I said, are these people geniuses or are they idiots? And
or are they just evil?
Which I suppose transcends both of those really, and isn't particularly connected to either one. Okay, I like that.
Ooh, Prepper
Evil
Book Club.
People.
I like that.
Okay, so what's the point? What are they doing? They're trying to usher in some new world order so they can subjugate us. Proletariats, right? They're going to put us to work in the 15-minute cities and we will own nothing and we'll be happy, right? Isn't that the goal?
Sean Stan, good to see you, brother.
Why do they go through all this trouble? What's their problem anyway?
Year and a half, bro. Year and a half since I quit smoking. But I still got my crutch.
Smoke enough for both of us.
And this time I use it. Quit. When I'm here, I use it a lot.
He just quit buying them. I share.
Gadrell says make everyone NPCs for real.
Now,
simulation theory, Livingston, man.
All right, now I'm telling you, because you city dwellers might actually, if you look up and notice this, because a lot of you won't, if you don't look up, You're the NPC. When you sit up and look around you, I don't mean this with disrespect. I mean this from
Brian
a simple
Smith.
observation. Is around here in the country, you tend to see the same people and stuff. So, again, they're NPCs in their own right.
Right.
Your casual acquaintances, the guy you see at the store every day, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that guy's at the store every day. But in the city, you're just this like flowing mass of cattle that moves around. You're not supposed to stand out. You're not supposed to like hold the door for somebody. Don't say hi. Don't make eye contact. Just keep your head down and move along. That's NPC behavior.
Right.
You're being programmed
Now-
to do just that. Keep your head down, move along, and don't look.
Let me ask you a question, because some people, to me, say you're just walking through the grocery store, right? And then there's the lady in the red dress, right, from like the Matrix that walks by. People who stand out to you. Do you find that you don't even necessarily know them or know who they are? You've never met them before, but in the sea of NPCs, do you have times where a certain person will just stand out to you for no particular reason? It's not their clothing, it's not anything. It's just something about them draws your attention to them. You ever have that happen to you in like a store or anything? I have.
And,
many times. And it's interesting.
I suppose you're right, but I think around here, like in the country, like we live, is that more like you're more likely to kind of get stuck in the same rhythm as somebody. Of course, you ever experience a phenomenon where you continuously encounter the same person?
Yes.
Like in a
like
grocery,
you're stuck in a loop.
like
with
in
them.
a grocery store is probably the easiest place for this to happen. But you keep, meeting the same person, like over and over. And finally, the like, hey, how you doing? Like, smile gets old, and now you're friends, and you're like, I don't need to keep continuously try to do this.
The lady in a red dress reference was to the Matrix.
And then he turns around, and it's a fucking agent with a gun in his face. Don't look at that woman in the red dress. She was put there to distract you.
Grateful Preps NJ says yes. I
Simulation theory.
redundant at the deli line.
Simulation theory, as you called it, is the idea that this is all not real. It's a construct. If you saw The Matrix, you know exactly what we're talking about here. And if you don't, you must be too young for me, fam, or too old. But if you're right in that freaking comfort zone, you know what I'm saying. It's an illusion that's placed before you. You are indeed like sort of a character in a video game. And then if that is indeed the question,
Who's controlling all this?
and who wrote it, who did it, how many times has it happened? Can you just respawn? Yeah, no.
Well, people believe in the reincarnation theory.
If you eat the silica gel, that's how it says do not eat. If you just eat that.
Don't eat it. Don't eat it. Yeah. So we're each our own simulation, right? We're all simulating things together.
And then
You
there's
and
this.
I are having a common simulation right now with, 67 other people.
I'm going to do an experiment right now to prove simulation theory. You're real, right?
Yeah.
Of course you would say that.
Yeah. You're real, right? Well, of course you would say that.
It's hard to argue with the simulation.
JBS.
The simulation is tailored just for you.
Supposed to say almonds.
You're in a pod providing power for AI robots. You're a battery, but you are presented with us on this live stream. Your little personal heaven. Everything is fine. It's not real though. You got shit plugged into you. You like, oh, it's actually 2313 and the AI has taken over and then
Ooh. If you die in Georgia, you respawn in a Waffle House. That one's for you, Demo Man Don. That was a good one. Yardbird says HVPS is real. Livingston Man is fake. Just saying.
of course you would say that.
Oh man, hilarious. See,
Simulation theory doesn't make a lot of sense, and it kind of came about after like they made the Matrix. Like, But you could also say that if you think that God's plan is predetermined and that like fate is not real and it's all that it's all predetermined, then isn't that kind of the same thing?
Ooh, the roaming prepper. Good to see you.
So life has been programmed by like the architect to play out a certain way. Did these two views? Are they not saying the same thing but different?
Okay, so Suze has a question here for you, Livingston man. If simulation theory was real, then why would really, really bad things happen to you? Wouldn't it be like fully good? Right?
Okay.
So I do believe that
I think you know where I'm gonna.
that evil exists.
If the word of the Lord is real, then why would really bad things happen? And why wouldn't it all be good? Why does, he work in mysterious ways? Like perhaps to keep up the illusion or to... I also wonder if...
Good one, Gadrell.
I wonder if, like, if we're forced to live here on this primitive Earth, like where we have to, fend for ourselves and be susceptible to diseases and death and harm and maim and trauma, that this is hell. And if you are a good person here,
you can make
you
it
get to move on.
I think so. Reincarnation would then be you failed, get back in there and try harder, keep working till you get it right.
Well, I think if you're going to talk about reincarnation, then I started as a blade of grass, and my energy worked its way all the way through the ecosystem and all the way through the network of nature to lead to this alpha product that I am now. If you're a human now and you believe in reincarnation, this is the highest level, past unless you're going to turn to pure energy. Which is essentially what you do. You end up pushing up the proverbial daisies and you return.
Wow. Gadrell says this is purgatory. Phil R says test your faith like Job. Man, world's getting a little more wilder.
If I do remember right, that the Lord was disappointed in himself that he asked Job to do that. Yeah, right? Everybody's sitting back thinking now, huh? Shit.
Got me.
Drink another one.
Got
Think
me.
I will.
Yeah, I'll have a sip on that one.
How you guys doing? Where's Ohio at? Let's talk about conspiracy theories, and we ain't leaving out Ohio. You ain't fucking immune. Let's talk about it. Ohio, where is it? Look at it, not in the chat. Doesn't exist.
Give them a minute.
Give me a minute.
Give them a minute.
Let's let everybody.
They'll be there. It is.
Oh,
there
Ohio's strong. Not the fucking conspiracy theory.
There they is. There they is. All of them. There's a ton of. I tell you what, Ohio.
Yankee Watchdog. Remember when I was talking about putting my hands
mile.
in my ass? That's where I pull shit from.
The PP.
PP?
SQ. PPSQ. Preppers per square mile. Ohio's strong, bro. Ohio's strong. Ohio gonna make it.
I hate to break it to you, but the real conspiracy theory is that the Livingston man doesn't know what he's talking about. They want you to believe that, but when I get going unfiltered, we lose subscribers and viewers. They just drop right off, and that's how you know. Listen, I can prove it based on my Facebook, history, that when you tell the truth, nobody likes it.
No.
So as the more viewers, like if Trent was here, I'd be like, keep waving your hand, bro. I only want true believers in the chat tonight. And I think we got two more true believers in the chat tonight. Show love. Everybody one in the chat.
Rum Runner, thank you so much, my friend. Greatly appreciate your donation.
I can buy like 200 Pabst Blue Ribbons with that. Hey.
Blue Butterfly says, I could tell some truths. Let him out, Blue Butterfly. Let's hear your, I'm sorry. Yeah, Blue Butterfly. Let us hear your conspiracy theory, the one that really...
You want to talk about lies? You know what I found out? You want to know what I found out? Okay, see this right? Pabst Blue Ribbon. I'm going to read it to you. They said I should get bifocals, but I was like, that's too much. But this is the original Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Nature's choicest products provide its prized flavor. Only the finest of hops and grains are used. Selected as America's best in 1893. And here's the conspiracy theory. They didn't get the blue ribbon for their beer. They got the blue ribbon for their purified canned water.
Oh.
But they put the label on it and made it beer.
Interesting. New York Redneck says, definitely bringing a carton of smokes and an eighth of mushrooms when we chill with Livingston, man. We're having a long conversation.
You can totally go to Antarctica, bro. I've been there.
Sunset says, I asked someone, how's marriage? He said Vietnam was easier. Watchman, Livingston, man, is proof. Only good people have faith. Faith, it doesn't mean you have to have all the proof in the world. They have to have faith. JBS says, what do you consider a true believer?
I'm setting myself on fire.
I think somebody who looks
self-immolation,
looks for the truth seekers. I think those folks are true believers. I think somebody that believes that there's got to be something more than this. I think the Muslims are right. I think the Asians are right. I think the American Indians are right. I think the Catholics are right. I think the Protestants are right. I think everybody's right. I think everybody's praying to the same thing.
Same thing.
Same thing, same person, same higher power. I think it has been distorted in so many ways. And again, everybody lives so far apart that the cultures are kind of, everybody's the same thing, man. We're all praying to the same higher power. Just my 2 cents. You know, people literally start wars over saying that their God is better than the other one. So I'm not getting into that pissing match, but
you dig a hole, brother. I mean, you want to dig a hole, or do you want to like make a fucking bomb crater?
Oh, Gadrell says the moon landing. Why haven't we gone back? I think that is a fantastic question.
They've been back. They just landed like they did put 2 landers on it. Like
they haven't brought people back since we've had modern space. I am far more interested in what China is actually doing on the dark side of the moon, where nobody can see.
Dope ass military base. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Problem is why China's being real secretive about what they're doing on the dark side of the moon is because when they got there was Nazis there already.
Oh shit!
It's also why you can't go to Antarctica.
Good lord!
It's why you can't go to Antarctica. They say Antarctica's a thing, and like they're like, oh look, like we were there and it snowed, but not really. Third Reich. That's where they went.
Gadrell says they canceled the Starship launch for tonight. Tiger says all the proof is buried under the Vatican. I believe that. I think the Vatican hides a lot of secrets of religion because I think it would lift God up and destroy all the churches because they got a lot of money invested in the churches. And
I think they have the Ark of the Covenant.
I think they do too.
And I think that the Ark of the Covenant is a
nuclear weapon.
It's a gamma ray weapon. It would allegedly, and this is in the Bible, that it would kill people who were not anointed to be around it, which you could interpret as not trained to be around it. Imagine electricians or nuclear power plant people. Without the proper protective gear and procedures, like this thing will kill you.
So they said it was moved somewhere. Where I can't remember where it was.
When the Romans destroyed Jerusalem and destroyed the Second Temple, they took the spoils. There's the Arch of Titus actually shows that the Romans carried the Ark of the Covenant, the menorah, and the bread table from the Second Temple back to Rome and proceeded it through the city in a triumphal parade, left Jerusalem in ruins. But somewhere along the line, all of these temple relics, such as, like I just said, went somewhere, and now the last place agreed upon by history is that they went to Rome, which is where the Vatican is.
Grateful Prep says allegedly in Ethiopia now. Now that is
Also alleged as
that
well.
is one of the things that I heard, and the reason I believe more so Ethiopia than other places is because of the history of what happened to people when they guarded the Ark of the Covenant. They died very quickly. They didn't live long lives. The people who guarded the Ark were often replaced frequently because they would pass away rather rapidly.
It
And
was
they
the
would all
Israelites'
have like
weapon. It was
burns and stuff on them. So in Ethiopia, the guards who guard this temple where they say they have the Ark of the Covenant, they don't let anybody else in it except for the guard. Whoever the guard is determined to be, he will be the guard until the day he dies, and his lifespan is usually pretty short, Livingston Man. So that's why I kind of say maybe that's the place, because it goes along with all the stories of these people don't live very long.
You're correct. There are Ethiopian, African Jews who believe there's the 12 tribes of Israel, and of course there's the lost tribe of Israel, and these Ethiopian folks, they are them. They believe they are. They have all the markers. It's legit.
Yeah.
Whether that's recognized by mainstream whatever is beyond me. I don't really know, but it's a thing.
Interesting.
But as to where what the Ark of the Covenant really was, and also the legend of the Holy Grail, are things that are very interesting, because what were these things? Were they, again, being described in the context of the times by people who weren't understanding what they were seeing?
Right.
When you read the Bible and you read what the Ark of the Covenant was capable of doing, it starts to sound like science fiction. It starts to sound like a directed energy weapon.
Yeah.
It starts to sound like an unstable thing that needs technicians and trained personnel to operate. A crew-served weapon.
Okay.
Rather than...
A religious artifact.
Right, but also carrying extreme historical significance, because within it are the tablets that Moses carried down from Mount Sinai, which chiseled in them was the 10 Commandments. Wherever this has gone, these are extremely
Those are
important.
inside of it, right?
That's what gives them their power. The Lord God's signature is on the stones within them.
Trev Terror says, nuclear reactor. Carrie Lynn, good to see you. It's good evening. I'm late. I'll watch what I've missed after the live stream. Hope everyone is doing well, doing fantastic.
We
so
are
good to
so
see you
deep in a
tonight.
hole right now, we can't even see daylight.
This is...
We're digging a subway.
You better fold up your tinfoil hat and strap it on good and tight before you hit the rewind
Yeah,
button.
we've
Tell you
started tunneling
what.
sideways at this point. We're going to China.
Man, this has been some eye-opening shit tonight here at Livingston, man. Wow. I mean,
Especially that stink bug.
that
was the highlight. It's going to be the only thing everybody remembers.
well, yeah. You guys remember when Livingston Man tried to eat the stink bug?
Listen, I held it down. Good thing I didn't have dinner first. Shit. Mike would've been
The
covered in
Watchman
puke.
says that American Indians are also part of the lost tribes. Very cool. I tell you what, we could do a whole nother hour on just the things that come out of the native tribes of North America, Livingston Man, from the Hopi, the Mohawks. There's so much.
The Hopi and the Navajos creation myth
They came
is
from
that
the earth.
it came out of the ground like ants, which points to other things. There are when they find these underground cities, they're like in Turkey, and the guy was trying to excavate. He wasn't trying to excavate. He was trying to remodel his house.
Yeah.
And he broke through a wall and discovered Darren Kuyu, which is a giant underground
City.
that was capable at estimates of holding thousands of people. And then you start to wonder that why would you build this? What was going on the surface that people decided to build, prehistoric fallout shelters?
John Falk says, Mike, tell us the story of how you and Hunter S. Thompson met. I have no idea who that even is.
You don't know who Hunter S. Thompson is?
No, sorry.
Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? Oh. To say the least.
Sorry. You got me.
Can't stop here. This is backcountry. It's the guy. It's him.
All groups were made of dirt and survived a flood. It's definitely not a coincidence. Right on, New York Redneck Prepper. I agree with that, man.
I love this conversation. If for no other reason, it's simply thought-provoking. And the idea here is not to draw conclusions, but actually to ask more questions.
For sure. For sure.
We're just... whatever metaphor you want me to use. We're spitballing. We're playing pretend. I'm just talking, you know.
The roaming prepper totally could be, bro.
The thing is, the truth, as I'm very fond of saying, is indeed unattainable. So you might as well just find something like it that you agree with and just stick with it, right?
Well, roll with it, man. Roll with it. There's no reason to cut off any kind of thinking. You know what I mean? I agree.
That's what they wish you would do.
I think
they wish you wouldn't think anymore. They wish you'd stop
Hunter
that.
says everything is a conspiracy, nothing is real.
And that's the best attitude to have.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Take everything with a grain of salt, but open your mind to it and explore the possibility that, hey, maybe.
Every single thing and every single decision and every single issue, and especially if you're talking
That's right,
about
Watchman.
If you're talking about true or not true, you have an actual 50% chance of anything in life. It either is or it isn't.
Great for preps, thank you.
And it's a real gamble.
It really is. It really is. I mean,
everything's 50-50. Yeah, it is or it isn't. And that's all you.
For
That's
the
all
most
you.
part.
And that's really all you can be sure of is that you don't know. Maybe that
Could
I'm
be.
sure. Is that irony? I think it is. The only thing I know is I don't know nothing.
Ain't that the truth? Well, you know what I know is I know that I learn something new every day. There's a new truth revealed to me every day. And it's people revealing themselves sometimes. Other times it's revelations in the mainstream media, of all places, which is probably just propaganda. But it seems like, people are trying to do more good nowadays, Livingston, man. They're trying to shed light into the darkness. And I guess that's the best we can hope for is... lift up every rock and scatter all the roaches, and hopefully they can't all band together again and come at us with a big cockroach army and take over
50% chance.
America. Yeah.
They're either going to do that or they're not. You see how they're 50? That's my philosophy.
Flip the coin, Livingston, man.
Either cockroach army or not. I mean, everything is that simple. Will it rain or won't it? It's 50% chance. It's either gonna or it's not. Everything is that.
Thank you, the Watchman. You shared the Hopi prophecy. Excellent video. Appreciate it.
Hunter's right as well.
Yeah.
They're trying to. I can't tell if.
Have a good night, Roman Prepper.
I can't tell if they're just maliciously trying to make us see the writing on the wall and yet be powerless to
Stop it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The Cassandra curse, I think they call that. You can see the future, but you can't change it.
Ooh, that's a tough one. Raul Duke says, so what do you think about the Fort Knox audit? Will it happen? Do you think it's there? Man, I think it's gone.
50% chance.
I think it's gone. I
either
think
there
majority
or it
of it's
isn't.
gone. I think if they do an audit, people are going to be fucking pissed.
Maybe it's like Schrodinger's gold vault where it's there and not there. Like
Firefly Farm, good to see you. Thank you for stopping by.
what we don't want to do is draw the ire of our current president and his right-hand henchman, the richest man on earth. So we're going to bypass any criticism of them because I'm convinced that also that affects shit.
JBS, those are IOUs. those
Yardbirds,
are as
lower
good
your
as cash.
voice, bro. We don't need to be, that's 50-50. I might have stole it all, or
tough.
I might not have. They have a.
Patty Roach says, I think West Point has more gold. Totally could be.
I think I have more gold. I think gold's fake. I think gold's not real.
Tracy K, you got it. Unplanned Friday free chat hour. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I know at 9 o'clock tonight.
Is that irony?
9 o'clock tonight.
So you're gonna plan an unplanned free chat?
For sure.
But how's that unplanned if you planned it?
Well, I'm not going to tell anybody what time. I'm just going to wing it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ambush. I like it.
Carrie Lynn says Geraldo Rivera should film The Fault in Our Porno. Totally.
Like
Rural 2, I see.
He opened Al Capone's glove
9
box
o'clock
and there
tonight.
wasn't shit
9
in there.
o'clock tonight for Workshop Wednesdays. You guys want to check him out. He does a great show over there. Still building his channel up, so if you go over and give him some support, I know he would really appreciate it. And just tell him you were stopping over from Hudson Valley.
I have a channel too. If you
The Livingston Man channel, Patty Roach channel, Coffee First Then Speak.
everybody
fantastic
subscribe to everybody.
Please. It's the only.
Otherwise, you're just an NPC in here. Nobody cares.
If you have a channel and you are sharing our content, you best to believe that when I see you post something, I'm going to drop it right in the community tab for more people to see, because YouTube is not doing the things that they're supposed to be doing and sending channels out to new viewers. So I've taken it upon myself to make sure that other people get watched, and I hope you guys do the same. It's super important. It's the only way that any of these channels are going to grow anymore, is if we physically hit the button and share it out to our friends and let everybody see what's going on. Tigress, that is a great channel. The Y-Files, fantastic. Love that guy. He's got a hecklefish. Yeah, he does like little voices and stuff.
The one, you know what? And I talk about how the truth is unattainable and whatnot. I got to stop myself. I just had a revelation. This thought of
Thanks,
something. The
Yardbirds.
truth, ladies and gentlemen, and it's not a 50-50 thing, is that perhaps you guys, run across each other and cross paths on other channels. But if you're here right now in this chat, you are hanging out with the absolute coolest people.
For sure.
This community here.
For sure. Thank you, Grit and Grace. Thank you, Coffee.
We are you are the elites of followers, of subscribers, of just people watching, of viewers. This community right here
Absolutely
is unbelievable. And I'm guilty of like a little sort of making fun of you guys sometimes. All they do is say hi to each other.
It's because they're so tight-knit, Livingston, man. They get excited when they see each other.
Right. Everybody like knows everybody in this chat. Everybody is so
man.
connected in this chat, because remember, that's part of your human nature. We are like-minded individuals will band together almost due to a supernatural, like above themselves force that a magnetism that brings you together. And that is what this is right here. I'm pointing at the chat. I know I'm just pointing at the webcam. I'm pointing at the chat.
That's what you are.
But I can't thank you guys enough. I always love you. This community is so much superior to every other social media. Hands down.
We can bust each other's chops and still have a good time. It's all in good fun. We all love and care about each other, and want to see each other lifted up. We want to see each other do good. We want to see each other win. So lift somebody up. I really hope to see you guys over at Rural 2 IC's Workshop Wednesday at 9 p.m. And tomorrow
You've got
night,
17 minutes. You need to switch your laundry over, go to the bathroom.
That's right. We're going to give you a little break before Rural 2 IC kicks it off. But tomorrow night, I will be live with Prepper Now and the Roaming Prepper and Modern Refugee and Prepper Dog and myself and Prepper Now, the 5 wise preppers.
There's a 50% chance I'm going to troll the fuck out of that chat.
Eric says, it's good because we all gonna die. That's right. Eric, thank you, my friend. Thank you all for your donations tonight. I really appreciate y'all being here. If you're just getting here, rewind this and check it out. And
this was something.
Watch it later. Watch it some other time.
This was something.
Rural 2 I see in about 15 minutes or so. Livingston, man, hit that bean footage. Have a great night, folks.
We all go die.
We're going to rural 2 ICs in 15 minutes, Tracy K. That's rural, the number 2 and IC. We're going over there for Workshop Wednesdays. That's what's going down. Y'all have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate you. Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival. Out of here.